Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad to be here with a few favorite guests of mine at the TNV Exchange podcast. I'm your host, Steve Pontecorvo. As always, I'm with my paisan over here, Jumpy from the Exchange.
What's up?
And today, I have the pleasure, Cosmos Country. Tonight, it's about the future of the club. We've been waiting for a spark. He's a player who understands the weight of the badge, and he has the talent to back it up. He's a New Jersey local guy, and he's ready to take on the Cosmos and in Hinchliffe Stadium, make it a fortress, and bring some silverware back to the tri-state. Welcome to the podcast, Tino Puentes. How we doing?
Thank you, Steve, for having me, and thank you. Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. George, thank you guys for having me on here. I'm really excited to really get into what we're talking about today.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we're all about the grassroots, vibe over here at TNV Exchange. I mean, we play on a FeelsGood FC, which is a Sunday league team for amateurs. But listen, the Cosmos are a very serious thing. This is a very big deal here in New Jersey. So just tell everyone, like, how did you start like playing soccer? When did you think that you could be like, wow, I could maybe be like a pro one day and do this professionally in my home state?
Yeah, okay. I started playing soccer when I was around 8 to 9 years old, or 7, I think, just like locally. And then one day I started out in goalie because I was a basketball player first. Started playing basketball player first. So then I started playing goalie at first, and we got whooped by this team called First Touch Football Club, like 10-0. And they were techie, like bringing it around us, like left, right, passing everywhere. And kind of from there, what happened was my dad went up to them and was like, my dad's a very straightforward dude, just said, hey, you got my son, like, needs to be on your team. Whatever you do, get on this team. And they said the only position they have is goalie. So and I was like, all right, here we go. Like, my dad put me in net, and he said, listen, once his feet get good, you're gonna see he's athletic. You're gonna want to put him on the field. So lo and behold, things went happen. I turned like around 11, 12. My feet start to develop, and then they put me at center back. So I started playing at center back, and then eventually I got taller. They moved me I didn't grow as tall, so I moved around to like 5'7", 5'9" They started putting me left back, and I played primarily their club, Cedar Stars in Newark. Left, right back. Yeah, left, right back. And then in high school, in my high school, like, or if you know from like public school, if you're the best player, you're playing right in the middle. So they put me in the middle. Right in the middle
You were the best?
field. I would say I was the best on my high school team, but I do shout out to my Johnson boys. Loved them. It was a great team. One of my teammates ended up playing in college and played against them as well. So he was pretty good too. But no, I was playing club left back, and then in the middle I was playing high school. So I was getting two different positions at once. When I got to college, they were like, put me at left back at first, then they put me at right back. They didn't know where to put me. Then they put me in the middle, and then eventually I stuck to the middle. Freshman year went around, and it was a good year. I didn't start till about maybe 3-4 games in, and I started playing more as I got more used to the game, because it's a man's game at that age. Everyone in college is, got their grown man physique on them, and I come in as a scrawny 18-year-old. I don't really have it on me. So that over the summer, I just was determined, get into better shape and be the starter on the team, and I got into great shape. Really filled out my upper body and my legs. I worked on my legs a lot, and then sophomore year came in, and I had a huge jump from my freshman to sophomore year, and that's when I kind of realized, I was like, now, all right, this could be a possibility, because the game just was slowed down. I was able to see everything develop. I was like, I'm really killing it. Ended up getting all region. Then I was like, that's pretty good. But I was like, next step is all American. Like, let's run that. And then from there, I just kept playing each college season until I kind of wound up at a Cosmos trial. When I wound up there, it was just it was kind of fate from there, I think.
Yeah.
I really think that once I got on the trial, it was fate.
So you played at Morris Elite, right?
Yeah, I played at Morris Elite. So I was playing USL 2 over the summer. I was playing at University of Drew, and then USL 2 over the summer. So USL 2, for people that don't know, there is the semi-pro of which is like a path to pro. Because USL 2, USL 1, USL Championship, and recently they developed USL Premier, which has come out over the weekend. That that they're gonna have 3 divisions on par with the MLS First Division. Having that USL Premier, they're going to be doing promotion and relegation. But yeah, so I started out in that USL 2 playing semi-pro every summer. And then it kind of came around my senior year. here in America, you don't have a lot of opportunity once you graduate. It's either you're in the MLS Super Draft or you go overseas. And even then, it's kind of hard if you don't have the right agent, if you don't have the right connections, you can't find that like club that you want to be up or end up in. So you either have a choice of, all right, I'm no longer going to play, which happens to a lot of players, or, you're going to push in. This is going to be your dream coming out of college and risking it. I was somewhere in between. I was like, I want to keep playing. I think I have potential. This would be a shame if I stowed all away. I spent my whole life working towards this. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get a job and I'm gonna play USL 2 on the side. I'm just gonna grind it. So I had a job out in Pennsylvania. I was getting up at 5 a.m. in the morning. I was working out. After that, I'd come back again. I'd work out again. It was an hour 15 drive each way. So I was getting up 5 a.m., work out, go to work, come back, work out again. 2 a days.
Damn.
And then I got a call from my USL 2 coach. He goes, "Hey, we're having tryouts for this pro team, the New York Cosmos. Have you heard of them?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's the Cosmos. Like, my parents used to go to their games. Like, they're bringing him back." And I'm like, "Yeah, they're bringing him back." I was like, "Wow, this is exciting." So they were like looking for players from New Jersey, local talent to get into the tryouts, and my name had come up. And yeah, I mean, I went to that first one. I had nothing to lose. I was like, I got nothing to lose. Everyone here is foreign. Everyone here is Division 1 player. Everyone's here coming from different leagues, South America, Europe. I got nothing to lose. Let me just play. I end up playing pretty well. First one went good. Another month goes by. They don't reach out to me. I'm like, all right, I probably got cut. But in between this time, I'm still working out. Like, I'm like, you never know when the next opportunity is coming. So I'm still doing it.
You
I'm
gotta
still doing it.
stay
I'm still
ready.
doing
You
it.
can't get ready. You gotta
Yeah.
stay ready.
I was staying ready, and then
Let's go.
and then the next one, and then literally a random Wednesday, I get a call, and they're like, "Try out Saturday." I'm like in the middle of October. I'm like, right in the beginning of end of September, I think it was the second. It was the second trial. Second trial goes around, and then bang! Like, it was like literally after the second trial, that next weekend they had called me. Were like, "Hey, do you want to be a New York Cosmo?" And the way it kind of happened was crazy because it was like very fate almost. So when I was working in my boss's office, I had on the wall, it was a photo. I didn't even know this. I started working in May. I started working, and on the wall is a photo of Pele in the New York Cosmos jersey. So every time I'm in his office, that's hanging on the wall while I'm working, having one-on-ones, talking to people, networking, just learning underneath him, right? So that was the first sign that I was like, oh, like this is pretty crazy. And then the second thing was with my grandma. My grandma, she's a big inspiration to me. She's probably the person I always fall back on. And I told her I'm having a tryout for a professional team. She's from Colombia. She only speaks Spanish, so I'm speaking with her. And she's praying for me every day that I'm gonna make the team. I'm gonna make the team. Make the team. After that second trial, I went to go visit her in Florida. She was having surgery. Surgery went well. She was getting surgery on her eyes. And the day before her surgery, they call me and I'm with her, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to be a New York Cosmo?" So those two things right there, like
The prayers work.
it was just a special moment of how I became a New York Cosmo. And like from that moment on, like it was just I don't even know. It was surreal. I didn't even believe I was a pro. Like it took me a while to understand it, like just figure it out. Like how does this happen? You get a little imposter syndrome, but like it was just a mix and wave of emotions. My grandma, she was crying, my mom was crying, everyone was smiling. Like I called my dad, he's screaming in the car on his way to work.
Beautiful,
It was
man.
just
I love
a
to
good,
hear that.
a good feel moment. It was
I love
definitely
it.
a,
You
a
know,
really good moment for me.
so you just touched on it. Like, so you go to this place and you see Pele, who to the world is one of the best ever, right? To some people, they think he's the GOAT. Some people say he's the second best. But you go there, you see him in the Cosmos. This opportunity's lingering around that you're kind of waiting on. With knowing how big the Cosmo name is, like, what's the weight like on you wearing the crest, like making this happen? Like, how, like when you get ready to go train, when you get ready to roam around the airport, whatever it is, and you're wearing it even now,
Yeah.
it holds a lot of weight. Like, what's that feel like at this moment?
Honestly, at this moment, the weight, it's almost like I knew I was meant to be a Cosmo. I had that feeling that I always wanted more, wanted to be something more. And God's blessed me to be like, hey, this is your opportunity to show it. And the weight I have on me, like right now, like it's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of stress, but it's good weight. Like it's like I can't wait to like get to that first game of just being there in the crowd, like a fortress of green and blue, and just seeing everyone waving, chanting, all this going on, and then I can just feel that weight come off me. Like that first game, it's just gonna fall off me, and like it's a lot of pressure, it's a lot of stress, 100%, but it's good. It's good pressure, it's good stress, because I want to do well. I want to show the community like, hey, the Cosmos are back, and this is what we were bringing to the table. So, and I think the team feels the same exact way as well.
Yeah. 100%. This is the third iteration of the Cosmos. Would you say this is like it's a new like you're writing your own chapter in a way, because this is a lot of new youth players coming from all over the place. Like you said, you coming from Morris Elite, one of the first players I think to sign a professional contract from that club. Is there anything else that like off the field that kind of like, subdues the pressure a little bit that you do? Like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have a bunch of things I do off the field. One of them is my grandma. I mean, everything that goes wrong, I call her. She really holds it down for me. She knows me pretty well, and she knows when I'm calling, when I'm calling, and what I'm calling for the most part. But she's always, I'm always in her prayers, and she's always in mine. So for her, definitely. But yeah, I mean, it's not always soccer. Like you gotta have things like to keep your mind off of soccer, because if you find yourself just obsessing like after each game, after each practice, after each touch, analyzing what you've done wrong, you're gonna drag yourself down. And I was having that problem a little bit of, I was that first couple of days in San Diego,
overanalyzing a little bit.
I'm like, dude, like I'm putting too much pressure on myself. Like I really need to like just play. Like I'm here for a reason. Like I gotta trust that. And once you get over that hump, it's just free. Like it's like again playing free, and like that's the number one thing. But there's
Was
a
that
ton
your
of things
first
I
time
do.
away from your home?
Yeah. It was first
Okay.
time away from my home, like with no family. Like
Okay.
whenever I travel, I've always traveled with someone from my family. Always been like with or going to see family somewhere. So being away from New Jersey, which is like, I'm proud to be from New Jersey. I'm proud to be playing for the Cosmos. Like those two things, like, and then being in San Diego, looking at desert and sun all day and mountains, you're looking at two completely different landscapes. And I got homesick the first couple of days. I was like just thinking about what my family and things.
Do
So
you have
yeah,
somebody on the team that you go to for something like that?
I mean, I talked to my teammates. We really got close. I told some of my teammates, I was like, guys, I'm feeling homesick. Like, my teammates have been great. Our young core is amazing. We have 23-year-olds, and then we also have Sebas, who's 34, and he's a legend in and of himself. Scored the most goals at Tampa Bay Rowdies, and he was actually one of my roommates when we were at Chula Vista. One of my suite mates,
Nice.
and he was amazing. Learning under him, like talking to him, like how did he get? He's from Uruguay, so most of his family's in Uruguay. So learning from him is like it was huge. Just like learning how he holds himself. How does he be a professional? How does he get to the field on time? He's working out before. He's getting his stretching in. Like seeing that is huge, because this is my first pro contract, my first pro team, and not that I didn't have that before, but you don't get to see that at the college level. Not everyone has the same ambitions or the same seriousness that they take to the game. And he was a perfect example to talk to about all my problems and stuff like that. So it was
Nice.
good.
That's
It was
great.
good.
Well, Tino, you said you mentioned you even played goalie at one point early in your career and a few other positions. But what
Yeah.
did they have you playing when you were out in San Diego? Like, where are you preferred position? I understand you're a nice utility player, so you can kind of be all over the field, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could play almost primarily anywhere, but out in San Diego, they have me playing central defensive mid. I think that'll be my spot, primarily for the season. I think so. Again, things change. Something could happen where I move out wide or I move to the left or right back. But it was good. Our coach is amazing, Davide Corti. He used to run AC Milan's women's team and youth. Like he's just absurd. Like I've never had a coach like this.
He's a great
Yeah,
soccer mind.
yeah, he's just a soccer mind. Like he just
Yeah.
knows like timing and space and how we want to play. Like I'm understanding it pretty well, and like there's always time to improve. But one thing I really love playing underneath him is that he wants me to improve. Like he doesn't want me to stay here like in this like bubble that I'm already in, because he said that's what's brought me here. Like everything that's happened so far has brought me here, and he needs to get me uncomfortable to then become better. Like you're only gonna grow if you challenge yourself. He's told me. And like playing in the central mid against other professionals, it's difficult. Let me tell you, it's a different level from college. Like it's not easy. Like college, you might have those 2-3 seconds to get on the ball, get your head up. It's not like that in the pros. You get crushed. So you really got to understand how he wants you to move, how he wants you to almost play, and it's to our benefit, like the way he wants us to play. I mean, right now I'm learning as much as I can with him. I'm like literally just watching him, everything that he's saying, I'm trying to pay attention to because everything we do in practice is what we're going to be, how he wants us to play. It might be a simple 3v3 drill with a couple rules, but those couple rules will dictate to our playing style in a game. So everything we're working on is working towards how we want to play. Every game that he gives us, every drill that he has for us has purpose. It's not just we're playing 11v11 to play 11v11 or 7v7 to play 7. If there's a reason why we're doing something, and that's what he wants us to learn. And he can't always give us the answer because sometimes he'll just throw us out there and like we'll try and play, but we're not getting it. So then he'll come in and he'll tell us how we want to play. This is the purpose of this. But before he gives us the drill, he wants us to try and think and say, hey, like figure this out. This is your problem. If we can't get it right away, he'll come in and say something. But as of right now, like the team is really starting to like understand like what he's trying to say, and he's extremely funny as well. So that's another a funny point about him. He's a great guy. Like always makes me laugh. And knows how to push players the right way. So I'm super excited to what he's going to bring to this team and what I can learn from him.
What's the identity looking like right now with this club?
Identity, man, there's so many words you could use, but I would say just hard nosed, like hard working, and like I would say a lot of passion. We have so much passion. Like he doesn't have to get us to get going in practice. Like if that makes sense. Like everyone wants to play. Everyone's trying to earn their spot every single day. Like practice
The
is like
energy is
war.
there.
Practice is like war for us. And when you practice like that, it just translates to the game. And that's how it should be. I mean, and if that's the way we're practicing, I don't it's just gonna translate to the season. It's gonna and our identity is basically built off like building blocks. Coach has spoken about, we want to build a fortress, we want to build a castle, right? It's our first year. If we don't build the base correctly, we're not gonna get there.
I love it.
Like he's like we gotta start here and keep building, keep building, keep building. Because when we get hit, if any of our bricks are weak, we're gonna come down, and that can't happen. Because he says we're gonna get hit, we're gonna have face hardships, we're gonna have times where we're gonna be struggling. But if we can withstand it and stay together in that block, we can keep building, keep building, keep building, and that's the like identity that we kind of have created for ourselves.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's amazing. I'd love to see Corte kind of bring his style to America.
Yeah, he's very calm guy. He likes to keep it
Oklahoma.
very professional at all times. Even when he's coaching, he wants to keep professionalism.
Yeah, and that's good. But he could still joke around with you guys. So like that's the thing. But he also probably doesn't want to be your best friend. So there's a
He's
healthy
definitely
balance,
not
right?
either. He has the right balance, I would say. Like he's very professional, but knows when to be on us and then when to be a coach as well. So
Yeah.
very special man.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So for this season, like you said, it's the first season. We're trying to build this thing up. Hinchliffe Stadium. We're gonna get it rocking. But like, what does a successful, first half of the season look for you? Or do you have like an assist or a goal tally? Or are you just trying to be that engine that drives the team? At central defense.
Yeah.
Moving the
I
line.
mean, for me, wow. My specific goal is to play. I just want to play. I mean, a team goal, win. I want to bring as many wins as we can to this community and club because that's what's going to keep people coming back and another thing another goal is just to be more than just a player. Like it's about the community, but it's about the club, it's about the passion, it's about learning who your fans are. I've been to a couple events already, and I try and remember everyone's name best I can.
You're the best.
Yep. We
Just
also got
because
to meet
like
at that event.
I've been at stadiums where like you go and you're like, all right, like I don't know anybody on this team. Like, I'm not really interactive with the players. Like I want to be interactive with the fans best I can. Like after the game, like I want to sign everything that anybody wants to sign. I'll stay 50 minutes after the sign. I'll have a conversation with you till 2 a.m. in the stadium because
You gotta go
that's
to
what it's
sleep.
about.
Don't
Like
say
that's what it's
that.
about.
Giuseppe will be pissed. Giuseppe will be pissed. You gotta go to sleep after the game. 1 hour autograph.
Yeah,
You go
yeah,
home.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're very, very big on rest. Yeah, very big on rest.
You have to.
But yeah, no, but that's I would say those two, playing and being more than a player. It's really about what we're trying to build, and to understand Eric and Giuseppe's message of community, passion, fans, bringing people into the game. Like that's what us as players, as the team, we also know that. Like that's what we want for this club as well.
You know, you mentioned like the community, right? You're a Jersey guy. How many people that you grew up with? I think I mentioned this to you at Veritage too. I was like, did you reach out to old teachers and like people locally that maybe saw you grow up and say like, yo, I'm a pro. You got to come out to this game. Like I'm a pro. Like I'm a pro
Yeah.
footballer. Some way across the line, you crossed paths with me, whether you taught me or you coached me or you were, I don't know, somebody along the way.
Yeah.
You had that where you reached out to some people like, yo, I'm on the Cosmos and we're having our first game and I want you to come out for this type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's been times, yeah. Like I'm a very humble guy, so I'll never just go around flaunting like I'm a pro because there's guys that could be in my position. Anybody could be here where I am, and I'm very thankful to be where I am. So I don't always flaunt it, but when I do come across people that are like, "Hey, what are you up to?" What are you up to? I tell them like, "Hey, I'm playing professional soccer."
Let's go.
I was running the other day around to my neighborhood, and I bumped into my school principal, who's literally I haven't seen maybe in probably about a couple years from middle school. And she's like, "Oh my God, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing for New York Cosmos." She's like, "No way." She went. She told the whole faculty, the staff. Do you know what I mean? I was like, "You have to come to a game." Like, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, come watch me play. Like, that's what I want. Like, I want to show what I can do in front of all these people that have some kind of way crossed my path and helped me get to where I am. So I definitely it's been a couple times where that has occurred.
Nice. I love that. And you mentioned Giuseppe Rossi a little bit earlier and Stover. What's that interaction been like? Has there been any dialogue there from Giuseppe, and did he
Yeah.
like come down at training and talk to you guys or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean Giuseppe's the man. I mean, he's filled with more passion than I think anybody else I could think of.
Big
And
facts.
there's a couple times where just like talking soccer, talking about anything, we get into a debate about whatever, who's the best player, who's better than this, who's better than this, and it's just he's just a soccer guy. Like he loves the game, he has so much passion, and that's what he brings to the Cosmos. And Eric's the same way. Eric has come down. He came down to San Diego with us. He keeps it professional. And he tells us like what he envisions and what he wants us to do. And he's been utmost with everything, helping us with everything we need, from living spaces to the stadium to getting to where we need to go, and food and travel and everything. I mean, he's really taken care of us, and they both of them have been great. And I really believe that they have the right people for this job 100%.
G is like such a passionate dude.
Yeah.
Like he's such a passionate dude.
They're
Like
Italian.
even as a player, he was like that. So I could only imagine what it's like on the days that because he loves the game, that he like laces up the boots and the ball. Like I could only imagine. I recently saw like Michael Bradley talking. He was like, he was talking to Tim Howard and Landon Donovan, and they were like, "Do you get into it with these guys?" And he was like, "There's some days where I'm feeling like I want to get into it. I'm putting the ball down. I'm lacing up my boots, and I'm
Yeah.
the extra guy, and I'm going." I
Yeah.
could only imagine G being like this because
Yeah.
everything he does, he takes so serious. So if he's
Yeah.
training with you guys, he's probably going like he's on the team.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like, there's times where he is around and he's in the cleats, and even if it's a small game with two touch, like he's competitive.
You
Like
see,
Yeah.
he wants to beat our ass and show us that he still got it. So,
I love it.
um, I love Giuseppe. He's a great guy, and I'm really happy to be playing for him and under this association.
That's
Nice.
great. And what better way? I mean, you got some good leaders there. You got a great coach in line, and it's good that you guys have a stadium too. It's the first time since like I think it's 1980 or 1970 that the Cosmos are going to be playing in New Jersey. So it's a big deal. Last time they were a team, they're playing in Long Island, I think, Jumpy. So this
Yeah.
is something new for New Jersey, and I'm excited. And Hinchliffe Stadium hasn't
Brooklyn.
had a team. What was that?
They were played in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
One time
Okay.
Brooklyn, one time Long Island.
Okay. Brooklyn, yeah. But yeah, no, Hinchcliffe is like such a historical spot. Like I had the Negro leagues play there and a bunch
Mhm.
of old rugby teams. So I think it's only fitting that the New York Cosmos are playing there.
Had the Sopranos film there.
Yeah, there's a lot of history. There's a lot of history there. I think it'll be really good for soccer. It needs a powerful tenant, and the fans are going to fill up too. We got the Hudson Hive coming out, and as well as the 5 Points. But if there's any other fans that are like on the fence of like showing up or not, like what would your message be to them?
I mean, my message would be like, don't be afraid to come. I mean, this is our opportunity as much as it is the fans' opportunity. If you
Love
want
it.
to be a part of something special, if you want to be a part of something that's gonna be lasting, that's gonna be around for a while, then come, come to our games. So you're gonna be a part of something. It's our first inaugural season in the USL. We're here to stay. We have big dreams. We have big plans, and it's gonna be special. Like you want to be a part of that. Like you can say, "Hey, I was there for their first season. I was there for their home opener." And you can bring whoever you want. Like it doesn't matter. Us as players, we want to meet the fans. I know we have a couple like events lined up coming up. I can't speak up too much about, but we're gonna be around, and we want to meet you guys. We want to talk to you guys. We want to be interactive. Hinchcliffe is a historic stadium, and also a very niche stadium in that it's close. It's
Yeah,
close to the field.
I
When I
like
look in the stands, I'm gonna be able to see individual faces. You know what I mean? So when I look up there, I want to be able to say like, "Well, there's Steve. There's Adam. There's George. These are fans that I know. Like I've spoken to them before, and they're coming to watch me play. That's special. And there's gonna be the special season. It's just gonna be a very special season, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's a new movement, right, Jumpy? I mean, before you go off, and I think if any other new soccer fans too that are coming in the fray, you're looking for a team or a new movement. What better way to look at more locally than the New York Cosmos, right?
You know what
Hundred
my thing
percent.
is, Tino? That my thing at the moment, like I hope that we pack this place out, but I hope that it's consistent, man, and I hope that the players, I mean the fans, hear these stories, like that story of you and the job and seeing the Pele, like dog. When you told me that. I felt I'm like, dude, I'm rooting for this kid for forever. So like I think people need to start to hear these stories. I think that people need to start to get to know who you are, because the truth of the matter is, and I'm not knocking it, but like there's only so long that we could ride the Pele wave. Like there needs to be new faces that are put to this. There needs to be guys that people remember along with all these other greats before. So as cool as it is that we've had some of the most amazing players come through and play for the Cosmos, I think that what's happening now, and being that people could be a little more hands-on and have more access to you guys, it could mean more,
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this, man. I'm soup that you came on here, and I'm glad that little by little we're gonna try our best on our end to help all these other teams and players, get themselves out there. And you guys deserve that. You guys worked hard, and this is all gonna come together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
hundred
we gotta
percent.
hope
Like
so.
yeah. Yeah. And I mean that's what we're trying to do. Like everyone on the team's super excited. Everyone keeps asking like, how many fans do you think we're getting? How many fans do we get? I'm like, we're gonna pack the stadium. Like
Let's go.
just from the first like being at the event and being in the Pele store for the jersey reveal, I was like, guys, you don't even have to worry. And like they don't have to take my word for anything. I've never played for the team before or anything like that, and I've never been in the league. But I'm like, guys, we're gonna have fans. Like, don't don't worry about it. Like, we're gonna have fans. Like, they're gonna be there for us, and we just have to be ready to be there for them as well.
I love that you guys are talking about that stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, we're wondering, we're like, how many we're gonna bring in, like, and we want to pack the stadium, like we really care. Like these guys, like we have some local guys, and we also have some guys that are younger that had never been in a professional stadium like this to play under, and they're excited. They're super excited. Everyone on the team wants to be here, wants to play, and is a good player.
Yeah, and we got to give them a jersey welcome. Everyone who comes in here, they got to understand
Yeah,
where
I'm
they're
trying to get the guys
stepping.
to watch some of The Sopranos. They don't know. They
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah. But give them a little edge to their
Yeah,
game. You know what I
yeah, they,
mean?
they don't know.
That's great. But hey, we're looking good too. I mean, you got the nice training wear on there. We
Yes.
had our friend over here, Jumpy Model, out the new secondary away kit for the New York Cosmos. It's pretty fresh if you haven't seen it yet. Go check that out, as well as the home opener. If you didn't know, March 14th against Heart of Pine versus the Cosmos at Hinchliffe Stadium. I mean, I don't need to say anything more. We're going to be promoting this. We got plenty of time to get ready, to get your tickets, and to tell everybody. So I'm ready for the Sea of Green to take over, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I know that fuels the players. Like once you see sections packed out and like the chants going, like it'll feel more real. Like as the season gets on, because it's all still new. So I'm looking forward to hopefully the fans giving you that extra boost that you guys need to get the W.
Yeah,
And we're gonna try our best, man. We're gonna try our best to make sure that we get this place packed out for you guys.
Yeah, and what it does, and even if it isn't, we're gonna play 150. You know, we're playing hard. So,
Love it.
you know, we want to win.
Yeah.
You know, we're fighting for our lives.
I guess the one thing, I mean, it is all positive, but I guess the one thing I can say is you're might have to earn some respect being the new kids on the block.
Yeah, and
in the league,
and we're ready for that. I mean, we have guys that are veterans that have been across the league a couple, 2, 3 years. Sebas, legend, guys that are coming from overseas, you know, bringing those experiences, and you know, it's gonna be a roller coaster of a season. But you know, when you're down below like that, like Coach said, we have that building block. We just got to fall back on that. And if the fans could fall back on, if we could fall back on the fans and vice versa, then we got nothing to lose. You know, we're gonna be playing every game to the wall.
Yep. And with the potential of promotion relegation, who knows, how far we can take this? I mean, we've seen
100%.
great stories all across the world.
It's gonna be cool. It's a good time to be in, I would say, the US soccer right now, because the game's developing at a faster pace than anything we've seen before. So it's gonna be 5, 10 years, it's gonna be a completely different dynamic and landscape to what's going on. So it's glad to be a part of it.
You know, it's funny you mention that. I went to a New Jersey Youth Soccer event yesterday at American Dream, and there were so many kids there that I'm just like, dude, this, and supposedly all these kids are ballers. And I'm like, dude, like, look at all these kids that are playing this game. USL is coming in at such a time where, like, you have so many divisions that kids, a lot of people are going to have opportunity that was never there before.
Yeah. None of this was around when I was growing up, and like it's gonna happen to, you know, the next 10-year-old player. They're not gonna have what the next guy's gonna have. It's just gonna keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like all I want to see is just, I want to see a system for players that, you know, like myself, maybe not always have the best opportunity, can have some kind of pathway to make it. You know, that's how it is everywhere else in the world, and that's just from a player perspective. That's just what we want. We just want our chance.
I love that.
Let's go.
You have so wrap it up real quick. My question, because Feels Good FC, we gotta ask, all the players, do you have a one moment that's like your feels good moment in your career so far that you could relay back to?
Yeah. I would definitely say feels good moment is probably Giuseppe Rossi calling me and telling me that I have potential and talent and that he wants me to be on the team. A man of that stature, of the highest level, he played at the highest level, telling me that he has confidence in me and wants me to play. Like, there's nothing that's gonna stop me, like having that feel good moment, and then hanging up the phone and turning to my mom and grandma and telling them the news.
Yeah,
I mean,
it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah,
it can't get any better than that. It was a surreal moment. That's definitely a feels good moment for me, 100%.
I love that. Jumpy, you got any closing thoughts here for our friend? I mean, maybe we might see some exchanges later in the season. We'll see.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't even want to get into budget things, but I'm assuming that right now you guys can't be exchanging jerseys.
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't know anything
we're
about
not even
that.
gonna go there. I will say this, man. I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you, and I really want this thing to work for everybody that's involved: the players, the fans, ownership, people coming out of pocket, people who are coming out of their time. I really, with all my heart, genuinely mean, like, I really want this to work for everybody that's involved. It's going to. And I know Steve will try. I know I'll try. Everybody's going to try to do their best to make sure that this thing gets the eyes that it needs. And I'm with you guys, and I'm excited for this, man.
We all are, man, and we just want to mourn the passing of Rocco Camiso. the original owner of the New York Cosmos, also partial owner of Fiorentina. He was a big Cosmos fan, so he'll definitely be in our thoughts this year, and I can't wait to get started. We got to show those New Englanders, what Jersey's about, Heart of Pine. I can't wait. Tino, man, thanks for coming on and talking with us, getting to know you, man. We'll be rooting for you big time. Don't worry, there'll be a lot of kids and adults in that stands rooting for you guys. So I can't wait to get going and get the season rolling. Man, the potential's super high.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you, Jorge, and thank you, Steve, having me on here. It's been great. I hope whoever's listening, Cosmos fans, Cosmos community, I'm really happy to be a part of this team, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the season. I can't wait to have you guys out there. It's going to be super exciting, and I'm happy that you guys got to know me in these past 30 minutes, and hopefully I'll catch you guys out there at a game.
Awesome. It's going to be kick-ass, man. All right, Jumpy, for Jorge, The Exchange, and for Tino, and for Steve, Pontecorvo, Feels Good FC. Peace out.
Thank you.